What would happen if the 2B2T community as a whole was given complete freedom to place pixels on a map? Would it be filled with 2B2T names, logos, and iconic historical events? Or would it be griefed and filled with toxicity? Well, today in this video, I'll explain how one group constructed a project that allowed anyone on 2B2T to place a pixel on it and what the outcome was. But before we begin, a word from our sponsor. Yahaha Studio is a brand new user-generated content creation platform for a 3D multiplayer interactive experience. With Yahaha, anyone can create and publish their virtual experiences. You can build a creation without coding experience or server knowledge. Use the components and smart assets in Yahaha Studio to make your dream games. Yahaha provides you with millions of ready-to-use 3D assets. The assets are stored in a cloud drive, so they can be real-time streamed to the location client when you need to use them. Do you want to create a forest? You can do that. Want to add rivers, houses, and structures? You can do that as well. It only took me 20 minutes to build a town that surrounded a massive penguin. When your work is done, you can easily publish your creation to the Yahaha's cross-platform app, mobile and PC, where other players can discover your work and join the play. I'll be posting my world if you want to check it out for yourself, so click the link below and join Yahaha's early access now for free. This story begins after r/plays ended, as 2B2T players successfully placed the 2B2T logo on the final canvas. A player named Minecraft_Simon got the idea of making an in-game r/plays replica built at a base known as Spawn Builders Association 30. It was a great success with a lot of activity. However, there was no way for a cooldown, so players could overtake quickly. In the meantime, a player named Rules_Off was working on a similar concept, but to automate it with bots on the 2B2T 1.18 test server. Since his knowledge of web development was limited, he created a method to place pixels through Discord. Both Simon and Rules_Off are in a group known as the Ancients. Rules_Off presented his concept with Simon and the rest of the Ancients at a meeting, and the idea of turning it into a community event was created. Over the next few days, Rules_Off built a map art location on the test server and moved materials there. Things appeared to be going well. However, when everything was ready to start, the test server went offline. Luckily, around this time, Simon came up with a proposal to develop a website, and Rules_Off decided to start over and create the bots for 1.12.2. As a result, the group would start from scratch and work together to complete the project on the actual 2B2T server. The group wasn't sure how many map arts they wanted to use, but after some planning, they agreed on a 1x1 map to keep it simple. Roles and jobs were distributed to everyone. Rules_Off started working on the bots, and Simon began on the website. Rules_Off finished the prototype version of the bots, and together with Simon, they started working on designing and setting up the system used for server bot communications. The rest of the group needed to make sure the place wouldn't get found, so a player named Harrison would fly millions of blocks in the end, and then use an exploit to teleport everyone in the group to the end dimension, and find a spot to set up the map. They took a world download of random overworld terrain, and planned to build overworld terrain walls around the map. The players Hovix_Chicken_ and Yomo Boyo brought the materials for the walls, while the rest of the Ancients worked hard on other parts of the project. The group believed that making the fake overworld walls was the safest way to ensure they could livestream the map on Rules_Off's Twitch channel without being found. Additionally, it was a funny troll, since the terrain was from the actual 2B2T seed in case of players trying to terrain exploit the location. Everything seemed to be going according to plan, but after the group built the location, it became evident that it would be way more work than anticipated. At this point, they were planning to launch within a week. They were short on time, so they had multiple arguments if they should scrap the whole fake terrain idea, but decided against it since Hovix and Chicken vowed to grind day and night to finish the terrain before the launch. Simon would hastily work on the design of the website. The main goals while designing the website were to make it easy to use and pleasant to look at. It was optimized to be usable on phones and tablets, as well as computers. The website communicated with an API to send data and update the visuals to place pixels. You needed to authenticate by sending a message to a bot on 2B2T as a way to enforce a cooldown for pixel placement. After a few weeks of programming, Rules_Off created a program for the bots. Once a bot started, it connected to the r/place API that Simon created. It would then begin sharing its location, rotation, and inventory. When someone places a pixel on the website, that action would be added as a job on the actual 2B2T server. The connected bots would notify the API that they were ready to work and then receive a selection of jobs based on their current position and inventory contents. The bots would keep working as long as there were jobs available. For every job, the following logic was executed. Navigate to the specified pixel, break the old block, place the new block, verify the placement and color, and then pick up the old item that dropped on the ground. Once the job queue was empty, the bot would move off the map art and wait in the corner until a new job was available. The bot would then move to the closest chest area to deposit/grab items and balance its inventory without user input. In total, the Ancients were able to program an army of bots, create a website, and build a location in a month. They had to scrap a lot of features because they didn't want to postpone the launch again. On May 15th, 2022, to prepare for the launch, the group organized a stress test with the community of the YouTuber/streamer Ice Blue Bird that went live on Twitch to make his viewers place a lot of pixels. This allowed the Ancients to spot and fix some critical bugs only minutes before the project launched. Once the canvas was cleared and the bots were ready, the Ancients released their teaser on YouTube, made by Rules Off, and coordinated the launch with Keylab Gaming, a 2B2T YouTuber. The players X-Ray Essay, Harrison, and _genetics_ spread a lot of map art around spawn the second the event went live. In the first hour, many players started to add their names, shops, and logos. Many players would join Discord voice chats to ensure their logo stays on the canvas. After 12 hours from launch, groups were fighting for spots, and 17,341 pixels had been placed, with 183 players participating. Things were going well, but on the second day, a DDoS attack shut down the website for several minutes. After the group configured their Cloudflare firewall to be more strict, there were no more attacks that could affect the server. 26 hours in, most of the canvas had been filled. Most notable is Eternal Finn, who managed to stay in the same region since the beginning with the help of a player named Electroy Mods. Electroy created a custom script to automate pixel placement in his area. After a few days, Electroy Mods brought 48 alternate accounts online to place pixels and dominate any area he wanted to. Simon stayed in contact with him and made sure the bots will only be active in a limited space, not to disturb the other players. The Ancients were also informed that multiple players and groups were trying to coordinate exploit the overworld terrain, but this wouldn't affect them, as if they did go to the location, all they would find is open terrain. As more groups started to solidify their place on the canvas, several players would place inappropriate symbols, but would be quickly banned after being spotted. In total, 16 accounts had to be banned. During the event, pixel cooldown will be lowered from 30 seconds to 10 seconds, or 3 seconds for short periods, resulting in high activity peaks on the website. RulesOff wrote a Discord bot that allowed players to type !stats username to get a detailed visual representation of where players placed pixels and which colors they used most. As r/place kept going for a few days, the Ancients would do shifts to ensure that there was at least one account online at all times, serving as a bot to place blocks on 2B2T. During the entirety of the event, Eternal Finn, a Pusheen cat wearing a crown, and Sans from Undertale were able to avoid being deleted. On May 22nd, the Ancients started discussing when to end the project. Most players in the group were getting tired of leaving their computers running and wanted to finish the project before players got bored. RulesOff would message me on Discord and decided that May 25th would be the final day for the project, as I could stream it. Once my stream was over, the Ancients would start the endgame. Users could no longer place any color they wanted, but only predefined colors for each pixel, resulting in a final image that the Ancients prepared. In total, there were 847 players, 267,732 placed pixels, a maximum of 12 placing bots working simultaneously, and 25 gigabytes of data transmitted throughout the project. This is the final canvas of r/place. If you have played on 2B2T or have watched some of my videos, you probably know some of these logos and names. On the bottom left is a logo from 2 Builders 12 Rules, a Discord server that tracks down how many players have been muted, blacklisted, and banned on 2b2t. Above that is the rules off symbol. Some 2b2t symbols like SMIB and the 2b2t is full can also be seen. Eternal Finn, Sans from Undertale, the Bashin Cat stayed on the canvas the entire time, and community members from Ice Blue Bird defended large parts of the canvas throughout the whole project and were quickly repairing their flags or symbols. Of course, the symbols I listed are not the entirety of the canvas and are only a fraction of what was created on it. If you want to check out a whole time-lapse of r/place, I'll leave a link in the description to the Ancients video. This project shows how the 2b2t community can get together and do something incredible. Nearly 900 players got together to place pixels to show their groups, symbols, and 2b2t lore. It brought players together in voice chats and made new friendships and connections with other groups that would have never happened if this project didn't exist. Will the Ancients do another r/place? They have plans, and maybe next time, you can take part in it.